In this video, we're going to talk about division. And when you talk about division, we always start with monomial division. This is a monomial because it doesn't have any plus signs or minus signs. So you know it's only composed of one term, okay? And when you're dividing by a monomial, you're essentially dividing each of these terms by that one. So you can rewrite this . And then you just have to be careful that you cancel out things correctly. So for example, the 7s cancel each other out, 1x and 1x. But these, you got to be careful, you have 3 y's and 2 y's. So only 2 of them are going to cancel and you'll be left with 1 on top, right? So 2 of them cancel, but you're left with 1 y here. So you've got a y left over. Here, 7 goes into itself once and it goes 4 times into 28, right? So you have a 4 left over there. You have 2 x's and 1 x on the bottom, so only one of them is going to cancel. You'll have 1 left over. You have 5 y's and 2 y's, so you'll have 3 y's left over. 14 divided by 7 is 2. X to the third over x. Only one of the x's cancel, so you have 2 x's left over. And then y to the 8th over y squared. Only 2 of the y's cancel, so you have y to the 6th. And then you check that none of these are like terms. They are not. So then this would be your final answer. Alright, this example is exactly the same. This is one term. So it's a monomial. So then you rewrite it as 16 divided by negative 4 y to the 4th z minus 8 y to the 6th okay. 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. Y to the 4th, they cancel. Z squared over z, you have 1 z left over. Now, you see this right here? They cancel each other out. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Y to the 6th, y to the 4th. You have 2 y's left over. Z to the 4th, z to the 3rd. These are not like terms, so this would be your answer. Alright, before I do the long division, I want you to remind you how to do this with just numbers, with just integers. 8 doesn't go into 3, but it goes into 36 4 times, and then we multiply these. 4 times 8 is 32. And then you subtract, okay, which is essentially you're changing the sign. And then you have 4. And then what do? We bring this down. 8 goes into 46 5 times. That's 40. We subtract, you got 6. 8 goes into 64 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. And we have a remainder of 0. Okay? This is how we do it with numbers, and we're going to do something similar with polynomials. Alright, so let's say that we want to take x squared plus 2x minus 24. And we want to divide this by x minus 4. So the first thing you do is you check your polynomials that you have no missing degrees. Degree 2, degree 1, degree 0, degree 1, degree 0. So we're good. Right? This one doesn't have anything missing, this doesn't have anything missing. So you do x minus 4 divided by x squared plus 2x minus 24. And you focus on the first term. And what you do is you say x times what gives me x squared? Well, x times x. So this is what we need. Okay. Now we're going to multiply the x times the x minus 4. X squared minus 4x. And we're going to write it over here underneath the dividend. But remember, we're going to be subtracting, and when we subtract the polynomial, we have to change the signs. So this is positive, and this one's negative, and they're going to change signs. So this becomes negative, and this becomes positive. Right? This is the equivalent of subtracting. So we're going to combine like terms, and these should always cancel. That was the whole purpose of appropriately choosing this one. We're going to bring down the next term. Now you're also going to focus on the first terms, and you're going to ask yourself, x times what gives me 6x? Well, x times 6. So we need a positive 6. So we say plus 6. And now we're going to multiply 6 times x minus 4. And we get 6x minus 24. And remember, when we put it over here, we have to change the signs. Positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive. This cancels and this cancels. That means our remainder is 0. So the answer would be x plus 6. Right? Alright, so in this problem we want to take x cubed minus x plus 6 divided by x plus 2. And the first thing you have to do is check, are any of your degrees missing? This one's degree 3, this one's degree 1, and this one's degree 0. Yes, degree 2 is missing. And this is what you're going to do when a degree is missing. You're going to make up a term, right? This is first time with a 0 coefficient, okay? Such that none of your degrees are missing. So now you have degree 3, degree 2, degree 1, degree 0. And here none of them are missing either. So this is degree 1, degree 2. So we're good. Alright, so now you're ready to divide. Now ask yourself, x times what gives me x cubed? Well, x squared does, right? So you need x squared. Now multiply x squared times your divisor. Right, you get x cubed plus 2x squared. Remember, when we place it over here, we have to change the signs. Since they're both positive, they're both going to become negative. Alright, and the only reason I'm going a little bit fast is because you should be a little bit familiar with this by now, but you can always just rewind it if you missed something that I did. And we're going to bring this down. And now you're going to ask yourself, x times what gives me, and I like writing it down, this minus 2x squared, right, times that first term. And it looks to me like it's a negative 2x. Alright, so we need a minus 2x over here. Now we're going to multiply minus 2x times the divisor. Okay, that's going to give us minus 2x squared minus 4x. And when we place it over here, we're going to change the signs. So it's going to become positive 2x squared plus 4x. This is 3x. And we'll bring down the 6. And now, the last one, x times what gives us 3x, right? Well, you see the only thing that's missing is the 3. So we need the 3. And now we'll multiply this times the divisor. So 3 times x plus 2 gives us 3x plus 6. Ooh, is this big get caught? Yeah, I think you can still see it on the camera. Alright, so we get 3x plus 6, and we have to change the signs. So minus 3x minus 6. They both cancel, we got a 0 remainder. So then this would be the answer. Alright, so in this problem we have x squared minus 9x plus 21 divided by x minus 4. And the first thing you do is you check the degrees. This is degree 2, degree 1, degree 0, so they're all there, degree 1, degree 0. So we can go ahead and get started dividing. X minus 4. Ooh. Can we see? Yeah. x squared minus 9x plus 21. Alright, let's do this. X times what gives us x squared times x. Right, so on the side you're going to say x times x minus 4, x squared minus 4x. Now you're going to change the signs. Well, minus x squared plus 4x. Now we're going to combine, that goes away, minus 5x, yes, bring down to 21. Now you're going to ask yourself, x times what gives me minus 5x? A negative 5. So you do negative 5 times x minus 4, right, minus 5x plus 20. And remember, when we take it from here to here, we have to change the sign. So that's negative becomes positive, positive becomes negative. Uh-oh, it looks like we have a remainder of 1. Right, so how do you report the answer? You report the answer like this. X minus 5 plus 1 over the divisor, x minus 4. Alright, this is a problem that has both missing degrees and will also have a remainder. So the first thing you do is you check your degrees. This one is degree 4, degree 2, degree 1, and degree 0. So we can see that degree 3 is missing here. So I would rewrite this. Remember, you need to add the term with a 0 in there. Well, you don't have to. I just do it so that I don't forget to. It doesn't mess up my like terms. Right, and then that'll be divided over 2x plus 1. Alright, here we go. This is going to be a long one, so I'm going to try to write small. Alright, 2x times what gives us 8x to the 4th? 2 times 4 and x to the 3rd. Right? That times that is this. So on the side, I'm going to do 4x cubed times 2x plus 1. Do we agree? Alright, remember this, before we place it over here, we have to change the signs. So they're both going to become negative. See, now we can combine like terms. If you don't place that one, this one would have ended up underneath this one, and they're not like terms. Alright, let's bring this one down. Alright, so now you need to ask yourself, 2x times what gives you negative 4x cubed? So 2 times negative 2 and x to the first, so we need an x squared. Right, so on the side we do negative 2x squared right, negative 4x cubed, negative 2x squared. And when we place it over here, we have to change the signs. Since they're both negative, they'll become positive. Minus 2x squared plus the x, right? Once again, you need to ask yourself, 2x times what gives you negative 2x squared? So it's a negative 1, right? That gives you the negative 2, and then you need an x. So negative 1x. So negative 1x times 2x plus 1. We're going to change the signs. So this will be plus 2x squared plus x bring down the last one, right? And now 2x times what gives us 2x? Times a 1, right? And 1 times 2x squared, I'm going to write it for the sake of writing it, but 1 times 2x plus 1 is 2x plus 1. We got to change the signs. Minus 2x minus 1. And we get a 3 as a remainder. So how are we going to write the answer? 4x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 1 plus 3 over 2x plus 1. There you go. Don't forget to include the missing degree term, and your remainder goes over the divisor. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do this division using synthetic division. And the first thing you need is the root. So you got to take your divisor. Remember, your divisor has to be linear. The coefficient doesn't have to be 1, but if it is 1, it makes synthetic division easier for students. But nonetheless, take your divisor, set it equal to 0, and then solve for the x. So the x that you're going to be using is a 2. Right? And then over here, check that you have all your degrees. This was degree 3, degree 2, degree 1, degree 0. So all the degrees are present, and we know the x is 2, so you take the 2, box it in, and then you take the coefficients. So we take the 5, we take the negative 13, we take the 10, then we take the negative 8. Right? Drop this down, that means you don't place anything there. Now multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. Put it over here. Negative 13 and 10 is negative 3. Multiply 2 times negative 3. Combine 10 and negative 6. It's like you're adding them or subtracting the 6, however you want to think about it. 2 times 4 is a positive 8, and this would be 0. And I always tell my students, this is your remainder, this is degree 0, this is degree 1, and this is degree 2. What does that mean? Degree 2 means that you have x squared, degree 1 means that you have x, and degree 0 means you have no x. So the answer is 5x squared minus 3x plus 4, and you don't attach anything because you have a 0 remainder. Okay. Alright, so let's say you want to use synthetic division on this, and yes you can, because this is linear, so we can solve for it, right? C plus 2 equals 0, subtract 2, C equals negative 2, right? But now you have to check the degrees, and this one is degree 5, degree 4, degree 1, and degree 0. We have several degrees missing, degree 3 and degree 2. So this needs to be rewritten as 3c to the 5, 5c to the 4th, 0c to the 3rd, 0c squared, plus c plus 5, over c plus 2. Alright, the c that we need is a negative 2, right? Now we need the coefficient, so it's 3, 5, 0, 0, 1, and 5. Can I do synthetic division? Bring down the 3, multiply, combine, negative 2 times negative 1, combine, negative 2 times 2, combine, negative 2 times negative 4, combine, negative 2 times 9, combine. The last number that you get is the remainder. This is degree 0, degree 1, degree 2, degree 3, degree 4. What does that mean? The variable is c, so this is 3c to the 4th, c to the 3rd, c squared, c, and this is a constant. So your answer would be c plus 2. Right? Because you actually have a remainder.